You gotta have knowledge for life. You gotta have knowledge.
Carolina, so this is I think this is my second time in Dayton, so I really dig Dayton. But let me share with y'all my favorite word. It's 5 syllables, 1 word, but you're not gonna find it in the dictionary. It's simply what you're not gonna do. My mama would say that all the time. My mama said stuff like, what you're not gonna do is keep running in and out of this house. That's what you're not gonna do. What you're not gonna do is stand in front of that refrigerator and hold that door open. Little boy, that's what you're not gonna do. What you're not gonna do is sit up on that phone while it's thundering and lightning outside. The Lord is talking. I mean, what y'all not gonna do is sit up here and not laugh at these jokes. That's y'all not gonna do. Y'all better relax. It's a comedy show. We're gonna have a good time. When folks went to church, clap if you went to church today. Where the church folks at? All right. What about church? What about the folks who went to church online? Online? I did that. The stream the service. You know, church folk, I don't know if y'all notice, church folks are funny acting people. I don't know if y'all aware of this. Matter of fact, I called this woman from my church. I didn't know it at the time, but she was a part-time Christian. And I apparently called her on her day off. Yeah, because she answered the phone with an attitude. She answered the phone. She said, "Who in the hell is this? And how did you get this number?" And y'all, I was taken aback because she cussed at me like that. So I said, "This is Brother Goodwin from the church." That's how you say it when you're spiritual, from the church. She said, "Oh, praise the Lord, brother." I'm like, "Praise the Lord? What you're not gonna do is act like you ain't just cussed me out on the phone." That's what you're not gonna do. You know, in church folk, they funny. They got their own way of saying stuff. For instance, God is good. And all the time.
God is good.
If you out and you see a church member and you greet them, how they gonna respond? They say they blessed. And if they really doing good, they say they blessed and highly favored. Y'all, there's some Christians out there that don't take responsibility for themselves, and they got a phrase too. They say that the devil is busy. I'm like, no, you lazy. I got a boy like that. I called his cell phone. His cell phone was disconnected. I saw him a couple of days later. I said, "Hey, bro, I tried to call you, but your phone's off." He told me, "Yeah, man, you know the devil's busy." I'm like, the devil don't work for Verizon. You ain't pay your cell phone bill. And I don't know if y'all say this in Ohio, but in South Carolina, when the sun is shining, we got a expression we say, the sun is shining and it's raining outside.
Yeah, that would be his wife.
Y'all know that expression? Some people do. When the sun's shining and it's raining outside, folks in the South say that the devil is beating his wife. I got a couple of questions.
That's right.
When did the devil get married? I done read the whole Bible. I ain't read nothing about no Miss Satan, no Miss Lucifer. Y'all, hey, who would marry the devil? Who is sitting up on eHarmony.com looking at the devil's profile, talking about, "Girl, I know he a liar and a cheater, but he sure is hot." Like, that is crazy. And y'all, please give my wife a round of applause. She wasn't able to travel with me more. Thank you. Married my wife and I, we created some offspring.
Some offspring.
Offspring. And normally when I say that, people clap, but I see y'all don't care nothing about my family in here. We got 2 children. Got a daughter who's the oldest, and we had a hard time trying to figure out what to name our daughter. So we named our daughter a throwback name like throwback jerseys. We named our daughter Essie Mae Pearl. Good Southern name, little Essie Mae. I'm just messing with y'all. What you're not gonna do is sit out there and judge what I named my daughter. That's what. Well, y'all should have seen the looks on some of y'all faces. Y'all, I'm just kidding. Her name is Gertrude. Y'all, but it's hard trying to figure out what to name your child. You know, a lot of people look at the Bible to find names, right? My name's in the Bible. There's a lot of beautiful names in the Bible. But there's some names in the Bible you probably wouldn't want to name your child. Like Bathsheba.
That's right.
Or Judas.
Yeah.
What about Abednego?
Right.
Can you imagine having a friend named Abednego? I'll be like, "Yeah, that's my boy Abednego Jackson." Yeah, that's his brother Shadrach and Meshach right there. Yeah, they firefighters. But now I got my son, I got my little boy, I got my second child, I got my son, and I feel like my daughter set us up. Because my daughter is tremendously different from my son. My daughter's, she's polite and mannerable and quiet. But this little boy, y'all, as soon as his feet hit the floor, he in the room like, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm like, am I raising Busta Rhymes in here? What is happening? And now the little boy, he just had a birthday, so we starting to understand what it is he's saying when he's speaking. Because a couple months ago, I didn't know what the little boy was saying. It's like he was walking around the house scatting. This is how my son was saying, walking around, y'all, we didn't know it at the time, but my daughter has the gift of interpreting tongues. So my son walking around talking about and my daughter like, Mama, Michael wants some grapes. Like, how in the world do you know Skeeter not mean grapes? But y'all, my son loves animals. And he says the word animal very clearly. He says animal as if he worked at Moe's Southwest Grill. When my son sees an animal, this is exactly what he does. Daddy! Animal! Animal, daddy! But y'all, not only does he do that, he says the name of the animal and he makes the noise that the animal makes. So we walking in the neighborhood, he sees a dog. This is exactly what my son does. Daddy! Animal! Animal, daddy, dog! Animal! I'm like, boy, I can't wait to take you to the zoo. And make some noise, y'all got some crazy family members. Anybody got crazy family members in the house? And if you're not making noise, you probably are the crazy family member. Y'all, I got a cousin, she's a drama queen. Whole world is her stage. We were out to dinner the other night and the server did something. My cousin at the table going off. When he gets back, I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. I was like, wait a minute. You can't afford to give nobody a piece of your mind. Matter of fact, you need to go get all the pieces you done gave out. Bring those back together like Humpty Dumpty. That's what you need to do. And she always loved to use these expressions. Like we were planning a surprise birthday party for my aunt the other night, and my cousin used this expression I thought was a little odd. She said, I hope y'all don't let the cat out the bag. Y'all, that's an odd expression for me, because if I saw somebody holding a bag full of cats, the first thing I would think to say is, hey man, you need to let them cats out the bag. And y'all, why are we so obsessed with cats? Anyway, huh? Cat got your tongue?
Yeah.
Look what the cat drug in. You living like a fat cat. What up, cat daddy? It is raining cats and dogs. Don't be a scary cat. You are such a copycat. It's more than one way.
Skinning cat.
Who is skinning cats? And why do they have multiple ways of doing this? And I guess you got to find curiosity. So curiosity helps you kill a cat. Then you can skin the cat once you let the cat out the bag. When I get back to the hotel, I'm gonna take me a little cat nap. And one thing I found interesting is there's some topics that's not funny, like death. Death is typically not a funny topic, right? But the way we talk about death, I find it to be quite interesting. Have you ever heard somebody say he died a very untimely death? Don't we all do that?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody around here scheduling no deaths.
Right.
Ain't nobody got a death on the calendar for next Thursday. And then the way we talk about it, we try to soften the blow. We say stuff like they passed away, they departed. The storm chasers died last year. The media kept saying the same thing. They died doing what they love to do. They died doing what they love to do. But then they started making up stuff. They probably are in the big tornado in the sky. We got tornadoes in the sky now? But that made me think, y'all, I wouldn't want to die doing what I love to do.
I don't want you to either.
Thank you. You wouldn't want me to die doing what I love to do. I just passed out on stage one night. Y'all be like, he died doing what he loved to do. He probably in the big comedy show in the sky. But what's crazy about that, we don't do that for negative parts of our society. We don't do that for drug dealers or drug users. When somebody overdoses, we don't say that they died doing what they love to do. What's going on? How we doing? All right, this table, y'all don't want to talk that much. Sorry. All right, cool. Mother's board right there. Mother's board. God bless you. She looking at me like, young fella, I don't know who you talking to. We'll take you across my lap. Clap it up for the Missionary Baptist Housewives of Dayton back there. The Missionary Baptist Housewives. They back there looking like they church planning the next church bake sale. They planning the next church bake sale. I'm gonna take my time before we get to the jokes. I'm just gonna survey what's going on. Got some white people in the audience. Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, sir? How you doing? All right. I didn't get that. You said I'm colorblind? I know you got a tan, but yeah, y'all been tanning, but your license plate say white. That's what it say. That's what it say. What's your name, sir? Jack. Okay. And what's your name? D. Okay. Cool. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank y'all for coming out. All right. Great place, yes, great place. I don't know what you expected. Did you expect the slums? He seemed shocked. He was like, whoa, these Negroes really know how to clean up in here. I remember was it a filthy Applebee's. They really, they've done well for themselves. You see, he let that slip out. He said, this is a great place. I may actually drive by here. When Dick's not here, I'll drive by. I'm not coming back, but, Brother Jack, right? Jack is who it is, okay? And you see the way he laughed, and that laughed to me, yeah, I'm telling the truth. He was like, all right. Everybody good so far? Okay, cool. Clap it up for my DJ Ty Supreme. All right, and Brother Steve Muhammad with that first 48 light right there, that bright camera. Thank you for recording it. Yes, all right. Man, let me say this, man. Been doing comedy for 8 years, so I've been looking forward to this show. Just an opportunity to work with my uncle, Dick Gregory. It's a legend, man. So that being said, it's really been funny just, you know, picking him up from the hotel, picking him up from the airport, because we have been seeing a lot of people that love Dick Gregory. All right. Yes. Yes. All right, cool. Clap it up for that. Yes. And it's mostly older people, you know, that want to take pictures. And that's been the funny part, because older people and technology, not the best combination, you know, because they don't know how to work that camera. They're like, oh, that's Dick Gregory right there, young fella. And they want to take pictures. I'm like, hey, man, just let me go ahead and take the picture. They are lost. This lady right here, where's she at? Right, yeah, right here. 20 minutes trying to take a picture. My uncle, 82 years old, he got to go to the bathroom. And she up here, now, she gonna ask me like I'm Samsung. I ain't make her phone. Now this the button, do you press this button? Do you press this button? And then this is what she said, I'm not making this up. She said, are you any relation to Dick? She wanted to get close to him any kind of way. Yeah, that's my stepfather. Well, come on, that's good enough. Come take the picture. That's good enough. That's good enough. I may not get. Let me stop myself. Ooh. I've been getting more old ladies throwing themselves at me, just walking around with. Baby, it's two of us and it's two of them. Now, you always liked the Dick, okay? I thought he was all right, but you always liked him. I'm gonna go for the young fella right there. Go for the young one right there. And she gripped me tight. I was like, ma'am, unleash me. Unless you got some money. That's the only way I'm messing with an old bird. Unless you got them dollars. If you got them dollars, we can make it happen. That's what's up. If you got them dollars. Table back there, you doing all right? All right, tap him, let him know he's at a comedy show, because he looked confused. I don't know, they just broke him out of the nursing home and put a pillow and some blankets under his bed like he's asleep. He's just like. Sir does not know where he is at all. Are you enjoying yourself, young lady? You? Okay. Because you look like they made you come here. Can
Could you can you undo that? Because your nonverbal communications look like you don't want to be here, okay? All right, that's Dick Gregory, okay? House party, you see house party? Go Peanut, go fix me some Dick Gregory, that's who that is. Let me say this, Dayton ain't Chicago, it's not Atlanta, it's not one of them cities where people are used to paying a lot of money for things. So charging $50 for a ticket, that in and of itself has been hilarious. Cause we have a comedy show that we normally do here called LOL Thursday twice a month. Them tickets are $5. One girl hit me up and was like, I'm so excited to come. Tickets are $5. I said, baby, you ain't carry that zero is what you... What you not gonna do is think you gonna pay $5 to see Dick Gregory is what you're not gonna do. Hilarious, man. And then it's always the one dude, you know, that one dude who think he a baller. Money is not an option to him, it ain't an issue, you know. This dude was like, literally, he called me, baby, listen, I wanna get 6 tickets, it don't matter how much they are. Cool, all right, so I'm meeting him at West Town. I was like, 6 tickets, man, that's $300. I've never heard somebody phone ring that quick, yo. Hello, yeah, what's going on? Hey, I'm gonna get with you about them tickets though, young brother. Man did not have that 300, that's what he did not have that Dick Gregory money. And then what's funny is, a dude who was trying to barter with me to come into the comedy show. And you know, black people, we are the most theatrical people on earth. This brother's reaction when I told him the tickets, he was like, how much is the tickets to see Dick Gregory? I was like, 50. God dang! Oh, shoot! Woo! Lord! Ah! He acted like it hurt his kidney. Ah! Oh, okay. All right. Oh. I need to go talk to the Lord real quick. Hold on. Jesus, he said them tickets is $50. I ain't even got $50. Help me. Okay, how about this? I give you $25. You let me wash the dishes after the show. No, we can't do. God dang. Okay, Lord, he shot down 25. Give me one more idea. All right, $35 and I pick up Dick Gregory from the airport. Can't do that, Lord. One more. $40 and I'll comb Dick Gregory's beard. $40 and I'll comb his beard. Can we do that? No, we can't do that. All right. Brothers just don't have it. They don't have it. You don't have it. Oh, man. All the couples in here, clap your hands. Clap your hands, all the couples. Y'all look like y'all been together for a while. How many years has it been?
Long time.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Thank you for repeating that. Thank you for repeating what I just said. No, but seriously, how long have you all been? Other than a long time. You already said that, so. Done with you, brother. Please represent your table properly because DJ Old School wasn't ready. Long time. Okay. Exactly. How many years?
15.
15. That's a long time. Okay. See how simple that was, sir? Now you know when you go home for not knowing how many years it's gonna be in her mind, you already ruined Dick Gregory tonight. He ain't even took the stage. You ruined it. You ruined it. Hey, guess what? Time out. I don't want to hear from y'all. That's how that worked. Yeah, I hit mute on you, but you still kept talking. Yeah. Once I skipped you, he was no longer, it didn't even matter no more. I ain't want to hear. Yeah, I don't know what you was up there doing, but what actually, but yeah, the reason I want to ask you, because y'all still got the fire? You still got the fire? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Because you know, once couple's been in a relationship for a long time, one thing I can say, ladies, y'all know how to make us commit. Y'all are excellent in getting a man to commit, but y'all will get comfortable in a heartbeat. Fellas, remember when she was first excited about you, you know, y'all first got together?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember what happened?
Well, you know.
Hey, you know what? I don't even want to hear a story that start off with, well, you know. Let me finish. Because the beginning of the relationship, that's when y'all come to bed the sexiest. That's when y'all do freakiest stuff. You know, y'all will come into bed with the nice little lingerie on, or, you know, will put your foot up at the edge of the bed and look at your man dead in his eye and let that jacket fall off. And yes, that's what we commit, no questions asked. But after we commit to y'all ladies, y'all don't be coming to bed sexy like that no more. Nah, you don't. Y'all start coming to bed like a homeless woman. Y'all come to bed wearing multiple layers of clothing. Y'all come to bed wearing outfits. And then once y'all get in the bed and y'all don't want to do nothing, y'all are magical with that cover. Y'all will take that cover, you will wrap, you will swaddle yourself in that cover. You're in the bed looking like baby Jesus in the manger. Y'all done got comfort.
I can guarantee you white folks I will not be talking about you. See, I advocate is not about 500,000 white folks on the whole planet. And the rest of y'all is imposters. See, white is not a color, it's an attitude. And if you don't have trillions of dollars in the bank, you can't have the attitude. It's that simple. And you older folks better understand something quick. You better learn the truth about what's going on, because these youngsters is coming up and they will eat you up alive. And if you don't believe it, find somebody with some grandchildren. Right? We looked at the Chittles, everybody pronounce that candy? Skittles. And Arizona iced tea. Now you find you an average little old 7-year-old and they'll tell you what that is. And maybe some of y'all in here know if you mix Skittles with Arizona iced tea, you get a high 1,000 times more potent than crack, cocaine, and heroin. So you old folks sitting around thinking you know something, you don't know a damn thing. There's about 17 other things they can make in the house out of stuff out your pantry. And y'all run around talking about you ain't gonna tolerate, please. The game. The Bible don't work on them no more. Because they ask serious questions. If my mother walked in here today, she been dead a long time. You would think God just spit her out. That's how precious and kind and peaceful. But if you tried to explain to my mother that Jesus Christ wasn't a Christian, she would stomp your ass to death. Why? Because she didn't know Christianity never happened until 300 years after Jesus Christ was born.
That's right.
If you don't accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you'll never get to heaven. Jesus can't go, he a Jew. And so when you sit and stop and think about it, I'm 82 years old, been married 55 years. Oh, I didn't say I was happy. Oh. So somewhere when you think about where this thing is moving, y'all better be ready. Somewhere. I mean, I started back reading the Bible because my grandchildren's reading it. And they're looking for some corrections. Little granddaughter called me 6 months ago. Granddad, I need to talk to you about my mama, which is your daughter. That's how they talk to me. How long she been crazy? I said, how old are you? She said, I'm 6 years old. I said, you can't claim credit for that. She was crazy long before you was born. But come on, tell me what's wrong. What's the game? Well, my mama want me and my brothers and sisters to say, please, thank you, yes, sir. And I said, I'm going to call Granddad. I said, tell her she a fool. Don't nobody say thanks but people poor in spirit. People that don't understand what real Christianity and God is about. And so I explained that to her. And she has a photographic memory. So I said, just tell your mother to get that Christian Bible and look all the way through it and see if Jesus ever said thanks. Then go to the New Testament, the Old Testament, and see if God ever told you to say thanks. It said, humble yourself. That's a big difference from that. I went to the bank the other day and that's my money in the bank. So why are you going to draw your money out and say thanks to the teller? She's there because your money's in the bank. And see, these youngsters start making sense, but y'all locked into that old bullshit that you had to have to survive in a white racist system. And thank God for the movement.
Yeah.
Not you. I think about how many black folks this summer would take your children to Disneyland to see a rat. But haven't carried the king's grave or the monument. Had it not been for his assassination, y'all wouldn't be welcome in the land of Florida. And that's why these youngsters is coming up with no respect for you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. Y'all mad because they writing songs about bitches and hoes. Why you claim it? I mean, all you hoes in here stand up. Don't blame me for stand up. I didn't call your name. Y'all just be grabbing stuff that's negative. Yeah, I was born before television, and we used to hear on the news, bulletin, 37 people were shot to death in Kansas. The first thing my mother said, I hope it wasn't a Negro. She's a good Christian. She didn't say, I hope it didn't happen. So I said, well, who do you hope it was? A Jew or an Italian? What's that about? Y'all try not to see nothing wrong with it, but that's the game. Good stories in there. I read the Bible, all in there. I've been reading for them stories. And I love them stories. You know much about the Bible, brother? You know the story of David. You know, now that's not in Hustler magazine. That's in the Bible. Where he looks across the balcony and see another man's wife and sin for it. That's in the Bible. And he having fun. And then she says she's pregnant. And so he said, well, since he's fighting my war, I can send for him to come home for rest, and then we blame it on him. That's in the Bible. So he comes home. Oh, David gets shot. She said, well, my husband didn't feel like any pleasure while his men is on the front line. So then David said, let's kill him. And they killed him. There's some young folk coming up going to ask you about that. And you don't know, so get ready for, the game. It's like I want to be old all my life, because I thought old black men was cool. But now you read the paper and see all these women teachers getting arrested for having sex with the students. Boy, if they had teachers like that when I was in school, I would have had a perfect attendance record. I can see my mama now, boy, where you going out of here on Christmas morning with them books? I'm going to school, mama. Why? I'm getting a little behind in my class. And most black folks I know understand sports than they do the Bible. How many of y'all watched that basketball playoff the other day? How many? Did y'all see LeBron when he fell down?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember what said happened? Cramps. Now, how many of y'all in here ever had a cramp while you were there? And the first thing you do is get out the bed and move around. How come he didn't? Or was that one of the things on the way to throw a game? Now we talking about serious stuff. And y'all ever had a cramp? You don't lay down, you don't sit down, you move and walk it out. And he make more money than the whole team damn near put together. He's in good shape. How come nobody else that night had a cramp? Somewhere, the games they play and we tolerate it. Tolerate it. And I love two most powerful forces in history of America: the black woman and the black church. The black woman, and you black woman, I don't know how y'all go crazy about homosexuals. You've been knowing homosexuals all your life. Who the hell you trying to trick? You noticed when they was in the crib, 2 days old. You know where that one's going. Obama came out for same-sex marriage. I'm for same-sex marriage too. I want them all to feel how we feel. Well, get married. I'm 82. When I was a little boy, my mom used to take me to church. You know how they do before you can walk? And they get home, I hear her and her sister talking about, you know, Reverend Gully's gay. The choir director is funny. Now all at once, we live around white folks, we see them every day, so we hear how they feel about gay, so we make like we hate them too.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Okay. What they call it, don't ask, don't tell. Are y'all crazy? You think that just started? George Washington walked around with them tight satin pants on, them old high heel shoes, a wig, makeup on, and them old ruffled shirts. And you think this shit just happened? And what scares a lot of y'all, you can't recognize them. Be them old cousins around home be switching. But you didn't know they can be leading in home runs. And so everybody mad now because we used to be able to recognize them. So somewhere. Now y'all walking around talking about children having children. What kind of fool is you? Did y'all know out of all the women on the planet, when God looked around to find somebody belly to put Jesus in, he picked a 13-year-old girl. Huh? So what the hell y'all complaining about? I love that story because if God, we ain't talking about you, can impregnate a 13-year-old girl, don't tell me I can't get me some 14-year-old pussy. Stop it! That's just straight life. Y'all go, ooh. Y'all pick on these young folks. They wear their pants below their butt. First, that's a sexist thing because we men don't care how low you cut your bikinis. We don't complain about that. But we complain about the boys. The mob don't never wear pants low and they messed up the whole country with drugs. This is a game. So somewhere, the black woman in the black church, that's where I get my power. I kind of alter mine a little bit though. See, I don't believe in praying to God and telling him what's wrong. The God I pray to, if God didn't know my house note was due, I'm gonna get me another one. This God put the whole universe here, every bird, every pigeon, every snake, every grain of sand, but God didn't know my house note was due till I told God? No. I just go right to God like I would a friend. Hey, champ, you know what's wrong, fix it. And you know how stupid you got to be to pray to God for a job? Are you crazy? This is the whole universe put together. He can knock it down when he get ready, and all you ask for is a job. No, I asked the other day, had some serious stuff come up, I asked for a piece of the moon. Now you know that's bad. I'll be in the backyard just chipping it and going to the white folks who gotta put a value on it. What's this worth? Somewhere. And then we get the first black president. And white folk go crazy. Crazy. That white friend I was talking to, he told me about Obama. I said, well, look, man, his mama's white. Why don't y'all just like the white side of it? I got problems with Obama, but it ain't what y'all talking about. He just ain't nigger enough for me. And Obama done messed me up so bad, I changed my prayer. I said, God, if I ever go over again, please let me be white. What? You white folks are the luckiest people on the planet. The luckiest people on the planet. We've been treated all kinds of ways from slavery up to now. And when you finally get a black president, you get a behaved one. This nigga don't even know how to call you a honky. He just is nice and easy going. He don't mind working hard. He got a good education, went to the school they went to. They still don't like him. Still don't like him. When I ran for president, you white folks and black folks be glad I didn't win. But first thing I do, I said, there'd be no whites in my cabinet. I said, you white folks don't know black folks. They would defend you. What that nigga say? I said 10 times. There'll be no white folks in my cabinet. There'll be no white folks in my cabinet. There'll be no white folks in my cabinet. I said, you white folks run around with black. You think you know them? No. No, we know them. We know them. You don't. You should see the way black folks laugh at you white folks about them dogs. Now black folks got some dogs. We don't treat them like you do. Kiss them in the mouth. Take them outside, they run across the street. They kiss another dog in the butt, then come back and you kiss them. You ain't wash their mouth. That's why I knew Michael Vick was in trouble. He didn't know that. He just signed a $100 million contract. He thought that case was going to be a walk in the park. I told him, I told his lawyer, I said, man, I live around real white folks. My neighbor across the pond, Steinway Piano Air. Up the hill, Ocean Spray. I know real white folks. Y'all don't. See, if I ever took over, first thing I do is make y'all apologize to white folks, because the white folks you mad at couldn't help you if they liked you. Oh, poor redneck, can't read, can't write, and you mad at them. You stupid enough to believe them crackers determine public policy? The Tea Party? The most powerful folks on the planet is white American businessmen.
That's right.
And you think the Tea Party could shut this government down if they didn't want it shut down? This is a game. Somewhere. See, my white folks is Queen Elizabeth type. I love her. Queen Elizabeth make $360 million every 24 hours just interest on her money. Now them be white folks. And they always tell the truth. They say, we're going to war to protect our interests. And I used to wonder, I'm a little boy, how some white folk children kill them. I understand that now. As long as Prince Charles been waiting for that thing to die. Somewhere. And y'all buy anything white folk take up. Them pirates over there in
Somalia.
what?
Somalia.
Yeah. Now do y'all believe a country that don't own 5 canoes gonna threaten the most powerful navies in the world? What kind of fools are y'all? They don't even look like pirates. None of them had peg legs, none of them had patches on their eyes. This boy out there looking like regular poor niggas. One day they say they stole a oil pit, 100 million gallons. So white folk called me, they called me about everything. And Mr. Gregory, what do we think we should do? I said, just give it to them and tell them try to sell it. There's a black person on the planet to know how to sell 100 million gallons of oil. The game. The game. And you black folks ought to be just ashamed of yourself. The Indian brothers and sisters is trying to get the Washington Redskins to change their name, and you don't feel nothing? Because white folk never told you hundreds of millions of slaves ran away from the plantation and went up to the Indian reservation, and them Indians wouldn't let white folks in there.
Right.
Huh? Snyder said, we're not going to change the name. I said, that's what you think. I've seen some real Indians. They don't smile, they don't nothing. But they'll hurt you. Yeah. Who are my buddies? You pray on Thanksgiving, and the Indians invented Thanksgiving. How many of you black folks say a prayer at Thanksgiving to them? And I was hoping when they sold the Washington team, and that white boy, Snyder out of New York, bid at $100 million, and I was hoping my Indian brothers, sisters, outbid him with some of that casino money and bid $900 million and buy it and change the name to the nigger honkies. Y'all would wake up and complain then. As long as white folk doing it, it's okay.
Before we do that, I want to thank a couple of people. I'd like to thank all of the people who sold tickets. Thank you all for coming out. Clap it up for yourselves for coming out to this event. Again, I mentioned this show was 8 years in the making, so I definitely want to bring up the person who was responsible. One of the people that helped make this happen, the owner of Taste Restaurant. Put your hands together for Jason Thomas. He normally doesn't say anything after the show, but I told him tonight he got to say something.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And then secondly, I'd like to thank my staff. They had to reach some high heights because I have some high standards, and it's taken a while for us to see some of those standards, but we definitely are on the verge of touching some of those standards. Mark and I actually, I think we started talking about bringing his uncle in about 2 years ago. And that was right around the time we started our LOL series, which is our comedy series that we do twice a month. And I'm not going to give you the spiel on that. If you haven't been, you need to come. It's the first and third Thursday. It's a tongue twister of each month. And there were a lot of components to it. And when we first started, Mark was, I don't know if he was a believer, and he was a talent. We had a few nights when we first started, Mark was a little nervous, and I read an article that Mr. Gregory did on the Dayton Daily News, and he said, and if you haven't listened to it, there's an audio to it that he mentioned that the only person that was in the room, I believe, was the janitor at the time. So we had a few nights like that. And I told Mark, I said, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. So eventually, things got a little bit better, and things turned into what it is today. And now we have Dick Gregory. So I'm a true believer in faith, and my mom has instilled that in me at an early age, and she's really the person that has made me who I am today. So I want to thank her as well. And I also want to thank all of you that have supported us from day one. I know we had some bumpy times in the beginning, and now we're getting to a point where the road is getting a little bit smoother, and it will get smoothed out to the point where it'll be, in the same breath as your cheesecakes and your Fleming's and all the other restaurants you guys travel to on the other side of town, and you can come over here and enjoy yourself on this side of town. And we need you to continue to keep putting the word out and letting everyone know that, hey, Taste is here and we're here to stay. So, but pretty much, I want to thank my staff. I want to thank my wife for coming in today. She works a crazy schedule from Atlanta. Sharice is my backbone as well. And again, I want to thank Mark Gregory for being an inspiration and bringing his uncle in. And I want to thank Mr. Gregory for going ahead and saying okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A couple people I'd like to thank. My boy Chris Clark sold some tickets. Shout out to him. Clap it up for Chris Clark. Noelle, clap it up for her. We was doing communications back and forth. She was, y'all gonna give her a little bull crap clap. That's really good. Yes, thank you. She helped out a lot. Again, DJ Ty Supreme, Michael Goodwin came from Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you. Also, Marsha Barnhart was really instrumental in getting some of the interviews set up. Clap it up for her. My sister back there, Dick Gregory, for all of her support. Thank you. And just thank you for everybody else for coming out. Log on to www.daytontaste.com to find out what's going on here. We always have great events here at Taste. And that is it. Thank y'all for coming out. Also, Steve Muhammad for taking pictures and recording the show. My man Mitchell Sanford. Clap it up for him. And the other guy with the beanie on. I don't know his name, but thank you, whoever. Say what? Andrew Rice. All right. Price. Andrew Price. He looked kind of swole. Make sure I get that right. I don't want to get roughed up. He look like he in the nation. You know, he got no play. All right, thank you.
You gotta have now.